Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MTGO Traders. My name is Taryn, and let's jump right into Guild of Ravnica preview season. So, as Guilds of Ravnica cards come out, I'm here to cover them. And if you're wanting to be part of the MTGO Traders community, we have a Facebook group and a Discord, and I'll leave the links pinned in the comments down below. So let's jump right into the cards. First up, Golgari Guildgate. So this seemed pretty obvious, but the Guildgates are back. We haven't seen the others just yet, but if this one is in the set, all of them might be, all 5 of them at least. Now, are you hoping for maybe the charms and the signets to be back in standard, or perhaps a new piece in the guild setup? Like a Golgari necklace or something? But moving on from there, we've got a common Dimir card, Unexplained Disappearance. A 2-mana instant that bounces a creature with Surveil for 1. I really like this card. It's fantastic tempo and something on the level of Disperse for draft, making it a high draft pick. I also think this card might see some fringe standard play since it gives you an upside to Surveil, putting that card into your graveyard or keeping it on the top of your deck. This card with a Dimir or maybe Grixis build is maybe potentially fantastic. And that's a great start for today's video. Next up, we've got the Dimir card, Deadly Visit, a 5-mana sorcery kill spell with Surveil for 2. Again, Surveil is a strong mechanic, and I think this is a great piece of removal for Draft and Sealed. It's too expensive for other formats, but it does exactly what you need it to do in Draft and Sealed. Kill something, then line up your next play. Moving on to the Izzet guild, we have Sonic Assault, a 3-mana instant with the ability tap target creature. Sonic Assault deals 2 damage to that creature's controller. It also has Jumpstart, so you can cast this again from the graveyard. This is a super good tempo card in Draft and Sealed, but I think it's just 1 mana too expensive for constructed play. So close. But Sonic Assault is a common, which makes me hopeful for a massive power boost in the uncommon and rare slots for these cards. I really am enjoying Jumpstart, and I can't wait to see more. Another Izzet card with the Jumpstart, we've got Direct Current, a 3-mana sorcery that deals 2 damage to any target. Again, has Jumpstart. This is really bad. A 3-mana shock that can only be played on your turn? Wow, this tells me that Jumpstart was like terrifying for the developers. Now my hopes feel dashed. But yeah, this card shouldn't be picked up in draft probably. I mean, it's a removal spell, sure, but it's also bad. It's low power for the mana you're spending. Keep in mind, Lightning Strike is 3 damage anywhere at instant speed for 2 mana. 3 damage with Jumpstart for 3 mana probably sounds fine, but you know, I'm no WotC developer there. Moving on to our last Izzet card of the day is Radical Idea, and this one is a very good one. A 2-mana instant that draws you a card with Jumpstart. Now this is a great limited card with some standard implications. I like how you can basically feed your yard with more Jumpstart cards while also digging for an answer. My only caveat here is that it's technically not gaining you any card advantage, you're just actually losing a card with the Jumpstart and losing it from your hand with the original cast. So I think, for now, Opt is the better dig card unless we have a lot of graveyard recursion in the set. Moving on to the Golgari, we have Moodmark Painter, a 4-mana 2/3 human shaman with Undergrowth. When Moodmark Painter enters the battlefield, target creature gets menace and gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. This is a fantastic finisher and a grindy matchup in Draft and Sealed, but it's too expensive for standard play. Just like the Jumpstart, it gives me hope that the uncommons and like rares of this particular keyword will be Bala Bala Shakala. Is that like an old thing? Is that a dated saying? I don't know. Moving on to, whoa, split card here. Hybrid Mana, holy crap, there's a lot of stuff happening here. Status and Statue is a super intricate card with Status being a 1 hybrid mana of black and green instant that says target creature gets +1/+1 and gains Death Touch until end of turn. Statue is a 4-mana instant that destroys target artifact, creature, or enchantment. Interesting abilities here. It's a combat trick and it's also removal, making this a very flexible Draft and Sealed card, along with it being nearly playable in standard, but I feel like Statue is just a bit too much for my taste. Split cards, if you're not familiar with them, are cards that when you cast them, you choose which side you want to cast. You can't cast them combined or anything. It's basically just 2 spells on 1 card and you pick which one you want. Once it goes to the graveyard, its converted mana cost is actually 5 when you combine both sides of the card here. Split cards are always super interesting. I'm not personally a huge fan of them since they're so confusing to look at, like visually. But there have been some really good split cards in sets gone by. Moving on to Selesnya here, we've got Rosemane Centaur, a 5-mana 4/4 with Convoke and Vigilance. Now this is what I'm talking about. A very good common with Convoke. Great draft pick if you're in these colors, and might even see some standard play if you're building a go-wide Selesnya deck. Having a 2-mana 4/4 with Vigilance is not bad at all. Also, the art on this card is reminiscent of the Theros block art, and I love that. As for the top curve of Selesnya, we have Apportum Elemental, a 9-mana 7/5 elemental with convoke and hexproof. Jeez, wizards. This card is ridiculous. Luckily, this card doesn't have the same ridiculous power as Carnage Tyrant with like trample and can't be countered, but this is still wildly more powerful than most uncommons in green. Seriously, green has really been seeing a power upgrade as of late, and this card shows that. If you're playing a go wide strategy in standard, this card is kind of great, and you might even put this into like an aura deck. If you see this in draft and limited, it's nearly first pickable. Hexproof on a body that can be played earlier than its original cost this big is not bad at all. And due to draft and sealed being grindy matchups, getting this on turn 5 is very likely with the right deck. I really love this card, and I'm glad Hexproof is kind of still kicking around in standard sets. Moving on to the Boros Guild, we have Barging Sergeant. What a weird name. A 5-mana 4/2 Mentor Soldier with haste and Mentor. This card feels okay-ish in draft and sealed, but actively terrible in standard. 2 toughness just makes me want to pass this card outright every time I see it. It's going to immediately trade with something, and Mentor will only go off maybe once. Not a fan of that at all. Alongside this weak card, they also showed Hammer Dropper, a 4-mana 5/2 Giant Soldier with Mentor. Again with the 2 toughness here. I suppose they're doing this to make sure you stack Mentor triggers onto the creatures, but attacking him with lots of power only to be blocked by a 2/2 or 3/3 feels real bad. I'm not really liking Mentor at all right now, and wouldn't pick these cards in either draft sealed or even standard. But moving on to a card that might see standard play for being so cheap is this, Healer's Hawk, a 1-mana 1/1 flyer lifelinker. That's it. Pack it up, folks. We're going home. Clearly, WotC has hit the floor on what a common 1/1 should be. This is amazing. We'll for sure see play across all formats, and I can't wait to slot this into my blue-white Flyers deck, maybe even making that deck a mono-white Flyers deck. This card may, quote, die to Chain Whirler, but after rotation, we might not see that card as much, and I'm hopeful that Weenie decks will be coming out in mass. Great card, totally makes up for that trash of those Mentor cards. And the last card for this video is Murmuring Mystic, a 4-mana 1/5 human wizard that says whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1 Bluebird Illusion creature token with flying. Let's unpack this. Psy Master Thopters is what makes Aetherflux combo so good in standard right now. And this is that, but for instant and sorceries. This is seriously really good. Well, it's 1 more mana to play. Playing this in a control shell might be the best thing ever. Great for draft and sealed if you get into instant sorceries, though draft and sealed normally isn't built around like spells, and it's more built around creatures and interactions like that, which leaves standard, brawl, and commander for all the formats here. All of which would love this card as you're countering stuff and you're building your army to take over the game. Great card, sign me up. And that is it for this video. I'm sure more previews are coming up as I'm uploading this video right now, and I'll sure crank out a new video ASAP. But for now, let me know what you think of these cards in the comments down below. Murmuring Mystic is probably my favorite at the moment of these cards. Can't wait to build a wizard control deck with this bad boy within it. And like the video if you like it, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and so much more. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome MTG content just like this. And make sure to tap the bell icon to be notified whenever a video is made live. If you want to keep watching content, here are 2 more videos for you. This video and many others are sponsored by MTGO Traders and Cape Fear Games. Buy and sell digital singles to build your online collection today with MTGO Traders, and get your paper singles, accessories, and much more from Cape Fear Games. Whatever your magic needs, both places have you covered.